most people overestimate how much they think Social Security is actually going to cover. Look back at 1935 when FDR started Social Security. He really said it's a complementary piece of retirement planning. I recommend taking it early. And the amount of vitriol and hate I got from people say, well, I want as big of a benefit as possible. That's true. Then wait till 70 and pray that you don't die till after 82. Why is Social Security so important that we can't treat it as an afterthought? Well, number one, most people don't have a true plan for Social Security. You need to figure out how it integrates. Social Security is part of a retirement plan. It's not an entire retirement plan for most people. For those who have retirement savings and investments and all that, Social Security is a piece of the puzzle. It's not the whole thing. It's like having a basketball team, and that's one of the players you're coaching, but you need them all running the same play. So you have to figure out how it all works together. But most people don't have a Social Security strategy. So number one, you need a plan and a strategy for how you're going to do Social Security. Number two, most people overestimate how much they think Social Security is actually going to cover. So depending on how much you earn determines how much you get in retirement. It can be a pretty healthy benefit. Some people are getting $3,000 to $4,000 a month of Social Security benefit. If you're a married couple, that can be $6,000 to $8,000 a month of Social Security benefits. That number can really go. On the other hand, if you're a single person or if you maybe didn't have quite as much earnings in retirement, it could give you $3,000 to $4,000 as a married couple. And you got to figure out how much that's going to be able to actually pay the bills and how it's going to adjust for inflation over time. Most respondents to every survey you hear about Social Security, they list that Social Security is a major income source. What's interesting, though, is you look back at 1935 when FDR started Social Security. He really said it's a complementary piece of retirement planning. It's not the foundational core building block. It's a partnership piece with everything else you have. Number three, there's a lot of confusion around claiming ages, and it's becoming more widespread. I did a podcast one time and we were talking about this, and I said, for a lot of my clients, I recommend taking it early. And the amount of vitriol and hate I got from people just saying he just wants to keep their investment so he can make more money. We have about 650 clients, and my average client's about 66 years old. Understand that for a living, I try to make people's money last all the way till they pass. And I have clients die too young. I have clients die at a nice old age. If we had a crystal ball and we knew how long you're going to live, I could tell you when to take Social Security. But if you die before the age of 80, it was better for you to have taken Social Security earlier rather than later. People say, well, I want as big of a benefit as possible. That's true. Then wait till 70 and pray that you don't die till after 82. Because if you die before then, you just gave a bunch of money back to the government unnecessarily. On the other hand, if you take it at 62 and you live to 85, 90, well, then you left a whole lot of money on the table that you could have gotten had you waited. You know who really wants you to let it roll every year? It's the government. The government wants you to wait till 70. Why do you think they incentivize you with 8%? Is it because they're altruistic? Is it because they love you so much they want to give you more money? Or is it in their best interest to wait to pay you till 70 and only pay you for an average of 5 to 8 years? It's probably in their best interest. So they are using 8% increases in social construction to get us to take Social Security later, with the odds of you dying before you ever get paid out as much as you could have. We'll probably get people who jump in the comments and throw hate at me, or hopefully it'd be nice to see some support every now and again. But the reality is people just think it's about the advisor, and I think the government is incentivizing you to wait till later. Why? That's for you to answer, not for me. The fourth thing, there's a lot of fear about the future of Social Security. A lot of fear. And it's justifiable because the Social Security website tells us there's some rough waters ahead. It's going to be tumultuous. You got to watch out because we can't pay the bill starting in about 8 years. 8 years from now, 7 to 8 years. So people are taking benefits early because they're afraid of a 25% reduction in 7 to 8 years. So should they do that? I don't know. Maybe. I always say that checks that clear are better than checks that are promised. I know that. And there's the phrase, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Well, the whole premise of that is something guaranteed or something given now oftentimes is better than the opportunity for potentially more in the future. Now, that's the opposite of investing strategy. But when you're talking about getting money from the government, it's a very real life statement. So there is a lot of confusion. But I think if you understand how Social Security works, coach it well, strategize for it well, and integrate it well with your investments, with your expenses and inflation, with your risk assessment and your insurances. All these things need to work together to have a successful retirement plan. And don't take my advice or anybody else's advice as gospel or as an end all be all. Work with someone who will build you an individualized plan. Say, forget what the government wants, forget what the haters in the comment section want. Just build a plan that makes sense for you and your family, and know that that's how you can be okay. You can be successful with a custom, individualized plan, not just taking advice or reading some AARP article and taking that as gospel. Know your finances, know your situation, and retire with confidence and dignity.